Good day, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Briareos Kerensky and welcome to the unboxing of WitchSpring R Collector's Edition. If the name sounds familiar, well, because it is, and there is a story behind this, but let's keep that for while I go around the box. On the front cover we see, I think, the two main characters of this game and this nice obi that goes away, and on one side we have, well, Collector's Edition and WitchSpring R, and on the back, let's see if I can do that. Yes, we have technical details as well as the contents of this edition, which are the game, of course, DLC codes, a figure, pins, cards, OST and an artbook. Now back to the box and the story. Well, this game was supposed to come out in summer 2024. I ordered this from Amiami and they received a damaged copy of that, and they said we are going to wait for a replacement from the manufacturer, and that arrived for November 30th, they said. But then I think this is one of the scratches they will talk. Oh no, it's just some dust. But November 30th came and went, and they said, okay, we have received the replacements, but they are damaged as well, and we are going to ship them anyway. Here are some bonus points as an apology, and you will receive your game shortly. And I received this game one day before going home for Christmas vacations, so this is why you are seeing this video now. Now, around the box there were just some logos and titles. We have some padding, the game, download code, the small figure, some more padding, the mystery box, padding once more, and the very big artbook. I didn't expect something like this. This is very welcome. Now let's check the items. The first item is the game, and on the front cover we have the titular witch. Alongside, I will say this is her familiar, and maybe this one is a guardian deity, but I don't really know. Developer KiwiWorks and Shinsegai Inc. as a publisher. I know I have another WitchSpring game, but this is the first time I hear this publisher. Spine, nothing out of the ordinary, and on the back a nice illustration with 3 screenshots, 3 to describe the game, and the same technical details as on the outside. A second DLC code for some nice costumes. Switch cartridge, unfortunately no manual, but we do have a reverse cover illustration. And while we're at it, this is the second DLC code with some other DLC costumes, and on the back the instructions on how to redeem it. Next we have the pins, and one of them is the familiar we've seen on the game's cover, and on the other maybe it's something you hunt, I don't really know. They are, let's say, metal pins, and they are lacquered, and there is nothing much else to say. Original soundtrack on the front cover. I think it's the same character we've seen everywhere else. Spine, nothing out of the ordinary, and on the back I would say magic circle. Inside, oh, we have the disc with the cover of the collector's box as front cover, magic circle, and here we have a very fancy booklet with the track list, of course, and this is a Korean game, so the Korean names are the artists performing it. And these are the cards, or better, clear card bookmark set. So on the front cover it's one of the DLC costumes coming from the game, and all around the box it's just a repetition of the game's logo. And wow, everything is in plastic, as you would expect from a Japanese limited edition. I don't want to do photos for all of them, so I see a lot of characters. The witch characters seem to be almost the same but with different costumes, so I don't really know what's going on. Well, I'll have to play the game to know. Maybe it's like there is a child part of the game and then an adult part of the game. We'll see in the first hour play. Yes, there will be a first hour play for this one. And yeah, they are just printed on one side. This is the art book, and it's quite fancy. Not only it's properly bound, as you can see from here, hopefully the camera focused on it properly, but it's hardcover, and as you can see here, the frame for the main illustration is reflective, and on the back we have the same frame as well as the title of the game. So let's go in. And I know WitchSpring has been available for maybe 1 or 2 years already on Steam, and I don't know if it's connected in terms of mythos or even story to WitchSpring, the previous I did, which was 4. I don't really remember. I did try to play that game, but after a while, after like 2 or 3 sessions, everything became rather stale and very repetitive. But I think this is also due to that game being a port of a mobile game, while this should be a PC or better non-mobile platform game first. But I'm sure someone will correct me on that. These are the 2 DLC costumes, and these are the other 2. So she's a rabbit witch, judging from the 2 ears, if they are ears. Enemy robots, judging by the weapons. I like the setup, the layout of each page, or better, each section for a character. It has decently sized art, definitive art, and as well as sketches. So it is well representative of what some characters went through. Of course, there isn't a full story for each character, because that would be a bit excessive. Appreciated, but a bit excessive. So I guess these are the enemies. Maybe the robots are helpers or stuff like that. I must say, Koreans know their dragons. Even in a cutesy fantasy game like this, the dragons are pretty badass. And I think these are... Oh, also, this is another nice touch. The type of paper used for these pages is different. This is just plain glossy paper. This instead is heavier matte paper. This is a nice touch that honestly I struggle to remember any kind of art book, even those sold separately, did. And some really nice illustrations, I must say. I wouldn't mind having some of those as wallpaper if I can find the original. Oh, interviews. And this is the art book. And now let's take a look at the figure, or better, the box with the figure inside. Some artwork on the sides and logos around the box. And very simply, oh, there is not even duct tape connecting the two halves. And oh, wow! Oh! Ah, this is broken. Ah. Okay, this is disappointing. Well, this is surely one damage Amiami didn't pick up on. Wow. Okay, let's see if I can repair this. A bit of glue should be enough. Yeah. This is the repaired figure, and just for your information, I used a two-part epoxy putty to put it back together and let it rest for a couple of hours, which hopefully will carry the figure through this shoot. But otherwise, about the figure itself, there are a few details, especially on the front and around the waist. The paint job is fine, it's nothing particularly wrong or even particularly right. The colors are maybe a bit too saturated, and well, there aren't that many errors, but you can see that there are a few badly colored areas. But otherwise, it's a good paint job for this kind of figure included in a collector's edition at this price point. One thing is that the magic circle on the base is very slightly off center, and it gives a bad impression, at least to me. The expression on the face is, well, strange, but probably this is due because the face itself is not flat, but it's almost spherical, which gives the eyes a rather strange look, in my opinion. But otherwise, this is a nice extra, broken head notwithstanding. And as the very last item, we have the acrylic stand that Amiami has used as bonus for quite some time. And it's no different from other acrylic stands used by Amiami. And the illustration is nice, and I think it has a better color rendition than the one found in Lost Epic. This is the collector's edition of WitchSpring R, and I quite like it. You have a full soundtrack, an excellent art book, as well as many other smaller extras, including an unfortunately broken figure, but that's my copy, that's not a feature of every single collector's edition out there. And if you're wondering why the figure is back in its plastic cradle, it's because I have actually underestimated how heavy the head is, and it will probably need a few more hours for the putty to correctly set in. Or I will have to actually drill a hole into the figure and the head and stick a metal rod or something to keep everything upright. But that's for the future. What matters now in the present is that this is a well done collector's edition that has everything I want from one. So yeah, let's see how the game is in the first hour play. That will happen next year. So this is my final video and unbox of the year. I hope you will have an excellent New Year's Eve and the beginning of 2025. I hope you have enjoyed this unboxing and you'll stick around for more. Preorder, over and out.